Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play the Dark mod. In the last episode, we completed the Chronicles of Skullduggery 3, Sacricide. In this episode, we're going to begin the Accountant 2, New in Town. Before we begin this one, I want to talk about the Chronicles of Skullduggery 3 for a little bit first. I'll try to remember to put a link you can click on down below in case you don't care about like 2 to 3 minutes to be talking about that before we move on to the new fan mission. We're probably also, by the way, going to be playing maybe like 4 more, maybe 5 more fan missions, and then we'll wrap up this playlist. I've gotten quite a great taste of the Dark mod, and it's amazing. They did a really great job on the fan missions I have managed to play so far, and the theme of the original Thief is absolutely in full view, I suppose, which it doesn't want to be, but it is, with how great they've put together the atmosphere, the themes, and keeping it true to the original gameplay direction of the Thief series. So, for the Chronicles of Skullduggery 3, I liked it. A shame again that we encountered like another glitch. Thankfully, this was just an optional one, and it didn't prevent us from finishing that fan mission. Overall, I very much liked the theme of the entire series so far. There is not a 4th one created at this moment to my knowledge. I will say that the writing's getting a little worse for all the texts that we're picking up. It's becoming a little more on the nose, like the evil characters are celebrating their evilness, which I find to be it's a bit too cartoonish for my taste. On one hand, I suppose it's good that we have the occasional evil characters that revel in their evilness, but I wish the bishop had been more like Karis, believing himself to be doing the right thing, rather than I hate the poor people, that type of thing. I find that a little bit over the top. But still, the mission itself was absolutely solid. Liked exploring the bishop's palace. I very much like the idea of the cathedral. It's such a shame that that wand didn't work. There's actually quite a few places that we missed, apparently, right? Because we found only half the loot. I was leaving a little bit of it here and there, but still, like, 46,000 out of 9,800 loot? My goodness, we missed quite a bit of it. I wonder where on earth it was. The music was amazing in that mission as well. I really liked all of it. Woo! I will definitely play through off-screen the Chronicles of Skullduggery again, just to grab all that music. Yeah, so overall, I really like that entire series, Chronicles 1, 2, and 3. Very, very well put together. Alright, well, let's go ahead and read about the Accountant 2. We'll go ahead and read this text, we'll read the notes, and then we'll watch the intro video. Now, a heads up that I practiced this just a little bit at the beginning, so I wouldn't be completely wasting your time watching the beginning guards. And so I've got an idea of what to do for like the first 20 minutes or so. After that, or rather, I'll let you know when things are new again to me here. So, the Accountant 2, New in Town. Your fence changes part of the bargain. Now you need to find another way out of the city. So far, by the way, as we've been playing through these missions, it's been, we've been putting together like a little storyboard of sorts, right? With the missions that we do in the order that we do them seem to make sense so far. Although now it sounds like this might not make a whole lot of sense if this is keeping us in Bridgeport. But I think we can either make a fan story of this fan mission and say that we'll pretend it takes place in Santa Letta and try to come up with our own reasons for why we're doing the tasks at hand. Maybe actually when we delivered the papers for that one company to the fence over here, he changed his mind about wanting to assist us. And so now we're finding ourselves in dire straits out here in Santa Letta. As for the notes, The Accountant 2 New in Town version 1.1 by Goldwell. Build time 2 years. Author note. Thank you for downloading and playing the sequel to Accountant 1, A Noble Home. This fan mission picks right up from where we left off in Accountant 1. This is the second part in my 5-part series, following Corbin on his journey to discover who and what the Accountant is. This mission is a little different to what you may expect from a thief mission, but still has plenty of classic thief moments as well. This is the largest mission I have ever built, with an average playthrough lasting between 2 to 3 hours. We should expect this to probably be 7 to 8 videos for me, because I really take my time on these. That's something I probably haven't mentioned. It does take a long time to make a good map for any game that you might be working on. Another reason why I've been greatly impressed with all the fan missions we have been playing so far, because they felt amazing. And I know that the love and craftsmanship that go into making these is well reflected in the ones I have played so far. But really well done, guys. I'm very impressed with the amount of work and the results of these missions I have played. Absolutely amazing. Alright, let's go ahead and start the Accountant 2.
After completing the necklace job, I headed back down to the sewers to meet up with my fence. I could tell right away by the look on his face that our agreement had changed. Great. He claims he needs more time to smuggle me out of the city, but it feels like he's trying to stall me, and I don't plan on sticking around long enough to find out why. Unfortunately, I don't have anywhere else to go, so for the past few months I've been locked up in a safe house waiting for what comes next. Just when the situation seemed hopeless, luck decided to turn in my favor. A couple of nights ago, I overheard some drunken noblemen passing by my window. I don't usually pay much attention to the locals, but they must have had a lot to drink that night, because what they were talking about would get most men killed in this city. They were bragging about their visit to some nobleman who lives in a nearby apartment complex. Apparently, he goes by the name of Lord Balkan. According to them, he is running an illegal casino, and has the wealth to prove it. Later that night, I went out to do some scouting. I found a vent that leads from the safe house to a storage room in the apartment complex that Lord Balkan lives in. The only problem is that it's on the ground floor, and he lives on the third. The only way up is by taking an elevator that during the night is locked. There are a couple of guards stationed as well, but they shouldn't be too much trouble to get by. I also heard rumors that 2 wealthy noblemen live on the second floor. They might be worth checking out. The top floor is locked tight. My lockpicks stand no effect up there, so I'll need to find a key to get in. I couldn't find out much more information about Lord Balkan other than the casino rumors, but a man that's surrounded in secrecy is bound to have something of value up there. Below the ground floor is a maintenance room that leads down to the sewers. Once I'm done for the night, I'll head down there and out to the docks. I've organized someone to sell my night's haul to. Unfortunately, they don't accept paintings, so I'll have to focus my efforts on gold and jewels. I'm sure with the take from this job, I'll be able to afford to bribe the dockmaster all by myself. And then, I'm gone. It's time to begin.
That was a good introduction. That's something else I'm really amazed at. They really put, they being all the creators, have put a good amount of effort into making this feel just like a thief mission. We have some music that sounds like it would be from Santa Letta. Objectives. Grab your gear. Oh, wait. Oh, all the same. Alright, we'll play the... Grab your gear. Break into Lord Balkan's place. Steal 3,000 loot to bribe the dockmaster. Lord Balkan must be keeping something of great value up there. Find it. Optional. Once you're finished, head down to the sewers and escape to the city docks. Don't kill or harm allies. Alright everyone, here we are. Looks like we've just woken up in our safe room. In case you didn't get the impression, we've been hanging out here for some time now. I'm going to kind of twist the plot of the story a little bit with you guys in an attempt to glue all the campaigns together that we've been playing so far. We'll pretend that our thief here, what's our name again? Elias? Corbin? We've been hanging out here trying to see if by eliminating the bishop, if the Raven actually is not going to assassinate us. Perhaps we thought we were being followed for a little bit. Perhaps we didn't trust that the new fence we delivered the information about the Cortrano brothers' documentation to wouldn't still rat us out to the Raven to eliminate us. Or maybe we were worried as well that we had been spotted or detected while we entered a new town. We've been hanging out and hiding out in order to avoid all these things. Finally, after several months of doing this, we decided to finally step out and see if we are indeed still a wanted man. So let's begin exploring, or rather, I guess, taking the stroll around our safe house one final time. That will be, I suppose, our boat leaving Santa Letta and possibly heading back to Bridgeport. At least that's what I'm going to go with for the story. I think in the actual mission, that's the boat that will take us out of Bridgeport to some other location. Our journal for the past several months. Let's go ahead and give it a read. March 28th. I've been stuck here for a couple weeks now. I don't know when my fence will be showing up, but I hope it's soon, as I'm starting to go stir crazy just sitting here. I've decided to start writing a journal. Hopefully help to outlet my frustration until the fence shows. That is, if he shows. April 3rd. Still no sign of my fence, and I'm starting to wonder if this was all too good to be true. Maybe he was caught. Maybe he'll rat me out. All I can do is sit here and wait, I guess. May 15th. I'm trying to keep at least one journal entry a month, but it's hard to even do that. I started opening up some of the crates around here, and lo and behold, they're filled with alcohol. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but at least it'll help me pass the time. May 27th. Surely the authorities have given up on me by now. I've already come close to death once before, and I don't wish to go through that again. It's been a few months without having to need it, so I decided to store my stash in a hidden compartment upstairs. June 9th. Another day, another bottle. It seems being locked up here is taking more of a toll on my mind than I first thought it would. I was never much of a drinker until I fell down this mess of a rabbit hole. The grimness of my reality is quite sad when I stop to really think about it. I've met countless people in my life. Many come, but many go, too. Eventually, I just stopped worrying about the drifters and started focusing inwards on my own problems. Most people my age have already settled down with someone and had kids, yet I was out on the streets, night after night, filling my pockets for what? Rent? How sad. October 13th. How much longer do I have to endure this? I fear that this experience is going to take an eternal toll on me, regardless of the outcome. I wonder if I will even get a chance to look back at this despair with not only sadness but regret and contempt, feeling like I let myself down just one more time. I can't change the past, I'm aware of this, but it still affects the future. The present is just a mixed bag of emotions trying to distract me from the idea that one day I'll die alone. Who's going to be there when I go? I'll be all but a memory in someone's mind, and even then, one day that will fade. I just want to gain the guts and leave, but I can't. November 8th. Whether this is a mental prison my sadness has constructed, or if this home has become a physical prison, all I know is I need a change. I can't stay in this prison any longer. I need to go out and do something with my life. November 11th. The past couple of nights I've been sneaking out into nearby tenant apartments. There is only one guard in the hallway, but even he was hard to avoid at first. Still feels a bit pointless at the moment, but I feel there is something larger than this coming. Something more meaningful. November 12th. My gut feeling was right. It seems Lady Luck has finally decided to show me her beautiful face. I overheard an interesting conversation the other night that I plan to follow up on. Maybe this is my ticket out of here, because I'm done relying on others for help. Oof, you've been drinking a lot. Alright. There's a chest in here, but it's locked. And we don't have any of our tools. The journal mentioned a secret compartment somewhere. Let's go ahead and try to find it. Now, heads up everyone that I have, again, in case I did not mention it, but I'm pretty sure I did earlier, I've played this game a little bit. So, this fan mission, I suppose I should correct myself in saying, a little bit. Maybe about 25 minutes or so. So I'm a little familiar, or actually a lot longer than that, but I think what equates to the first 25 minutes of this video I've played so far. It's a nice place he's got, all things considered. Once you have the elevator working, come and see me on the 3rd floor. I have a proposition that would be of mutual benefit to both of us. The only person on the 3rd floor that I'm aware of is Lord Balkan. I wonder if that's from him. We didn't hear any footsteps on the other side of the door either. Our secret room. Always my favorite room in the house. Our blackjack. 2 flash bombs. 5 broadhead arrows. A noisemaker. 3 water arrows. A single moss arrow. 1 health potion. 2 lockpicks, 1 of each type. We'll take our spyglass and the compass. I suppose we'll take the lantern too. Now there's a map here as well. However, I can't drop the map after looking at it, and the map is rather sparse. Having already spent a little bit of time in this mission, I'm going to leave it here so it doesn't clutter up my inventory. I'm also miserable at fighting in this game. I don't like the combat controls one bit in this game, and we're just going to leave the sword here, unless I absolutely must have it for some reason. I don't want to accidentally hit 2, draw it, make myself a little more visible. Nothing else in the storage room. This must be the ventilation system that will lead us to Lord Balkan's. Interesting looking factory. Sorry, move the microphone a bit.
Hey, hear that in the vents?
It's probably rats again.
Why doesn't Lord Jordan get someone to put some poison up there?
You expect him to buy something other than expensive ale and overpriced women?
Well, yeah, considering that it smells like a rat who crawled up from the sewers. Rats carry a lot of disease, you know. The disgusting little things. Well, I'm not too fond of rats, you see. They look creepy, and I don't know, I'd just rather not be in a small, confined space with them crawling around me.
Wait, you're not scared of them, are you?
No, it's not that.
I need you to run a quick errand for me. Take this letter next door and deliver it to Lord Baucan. You will find him residing on the 3rd floor. It is very important that no one else reads this, except for him. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Then be on your way.
On the map that I didn't pick up, it had shown that there was a guard post just outside of this door. An alchemist or herbalist of some sort. Mind shrooms. And, blood caps. He's making health potions. We'll help ourselves to one. Now, there are a few coins on his desk, but I try to make a habit of leaving some money for the poor. You're not going to get rich stealing from the poor, unless you steal from every single one of them, and I don't like doing that. You can keep those coins. To be fair, the potion's probably worth a lot more. already taken this gentleman's goblet. He can keep his purse. Thursday the 23rd. I managed to score a great deal on some steaks today, and quite surprisingly it came from John the jeweler who lives upstairs. It's quite odd that a jeweler has access to goods such as meat, but for the price it is easily overlooked. Although it did taste a little funny, perhaps next time I should add more salt? Friday the 24th. Tomorrow I shall ship off 16 bishop hats to the Temple of Requiem. This is my first order from them, and they were very specific with the conditions in which the hats are sent. They told me that the hats must be accompanied by one of their blessed golden symbols, or else they would reject the entire shipment. It seems a little nonsensical if you ask me, however. I have done as they asked, and added their religious symbol. I just hope no greedy deliverman decides to take it for himself. I also visited John today to try and get more of that great meat he was selling for cheap, but sadly he was not there. The guard out front wouldn't let me leave a note either, so I'll have to come back again tomorrow. I hope he's still selling it, as it did taste a little funny at first, but with some salt it has a great and unique flavor that really grows on you. My only worry about doing what I'm doing, which is not taking everything, I'm worried that I will not have the money I need to complete the objective. He can keep his ring, along with the delivery. We need to know if a guard comes down this hallway. We haven't heard any other doors open, though, aside from the ones we open, so it's probably safe to just sit here and watch for a bit.
When are they gonna send someone to release me? Feels like I've been here for all hours.
When I first inherited this property from my uncle, I was told that leaving my job at the bank was fine because this would pay much more and be much less hassle. Well, that could not be further from the truth. While I do earn more money, yes, the outgoing on this property is just ludicrous, not to mention the maintenance costs and tax. Another great surprise that was left off the will was just how damn hard it is to extract rent from the tenants. I was worried about the poorer tenants on the lower floors, but they always pay on time. It's the noble fools living above that cause problems. Griswold just went missing conveniently when the rent was due, and Lord Balkan is up to something shady with the amount of visitors he has at his place. He treats his property like a bed and breakfast, and John, well, besides the fact he is a jeweler, not much else is known. Every time he pays rent, he always has a foul smell following him. He always sends shivers up my spine. I had to install a lock on the elevator due to Lord Balkan complaining about the apparent lack of security here. Now every time one of his guests arrives, I have to come into the office to unlock the elevator to let them up. The poor tenants on the first floor are woken up by the loud elevator as it runs through most of the night.
It seems like the only people with titles are the ones who need to feel important.
Oh, no dropping keys in this one. We're forced to keep that key. We'll hope there's enough money in the rich clientele's rooms. think we can nab that as well.
The fence by the docks isn't interested in paintings. That looks like the way out. That'll come in useful later.
All this machinery must operate the elevator. It's a good thing we're not going back to our apartment. The light in the elevator would give us away if we accidentally rode the elevator back up to the first floor. moss are in the sink, which appears to be clogged and filled with mold and other moss, dripping down from the vent system. And the cheese looks like it's seen better days. I got the impression when I had read that one note from the gentleman sending out those hats that the meat might be human meat. Those who stopped the execution. Those who were with the executed. Those in total on the day of the execution. Those who lost their lives on the day of the execution. The book must be a hint as to what the code is to access the jewelry we see here. This is the gentleman's place where the meat was being sold from. So, this is as far as I got, everyone, when I had practiced earlier. Everything from here on out is new. I was not able to figure out what the execution, what the numbers are. I'm pretty sure this is the picture that relates to it. It doesn't look like anyone died to me. And it looks like one person possibly stopped the execution. But when I tried that, nothing happened. Let's try that again. So, one person stopped the execution. There are 4 people with the person to be executed. There are 5 people total. And no one was killed. But that is wrong. Oh. Oh, okay. This is a creepy place, but this is a very nice nod, if this is it, to the System Shock 2 first key entry. So, for the rest of the room, I think he can keep his pouch, and we'll take the key. And his eye. Everyone, here's the plan. jump to make some noise on the tile. To maybe get him to investigate. Griswold's Thief Kisser. We are in Griswold's apartment, and that is a battle axe. Horn of Quotas. That's a dead spider. We can move the body, but barely. Oh, I can pick it up. Oh, but now I'm stuck. Okay, we have no choice but to reload. I am so sorry, everyone.
Can't blame that one on me. Wasn't even there.
Do I take the ring out of the piece of poop? I think we do in this case. So nasty. It's a secret, though. want to see if there is anything there. It didn't look like there was anything near the spider, but I want to make triply sure that's the case. It looks like the oven there can be opened. Though I don't know where the knob would be to do so. There's apparently also 6 other secrets somewhere here. Yeah, nothing here from what I can see.
She's not going to be happy about this, that's for sure.
Working for Lord Griswold has certainly been interesting. I've only been employed here for barely a month, and we have witnessed some very strange occurrences happening. Everyone seems to be very secretive in this household, which is much different to the farm I previously worked on. It seems the city folk are quite strange and have trust issues. Even Lady Elizabeth locks the bedroom when she goes for her evening shower. There are 2 guards patrolling here at all times. What does she expect us to steal? Just the other day I saw Lord Griswold return from another night of doing builder knows what, and he went straight into the dining room. I followed him in to ask questions for the night's supper when, to my surprise, he was gone. He was not in the kitchen or the bathroom, and there was no way he could have slipped past me, as I would have seen him. But still, even with all these strange things happening, I should count my blessings, as Lord Griswold and Lady Elizabeth are fair and kind. I wish the pay here was a little better, but it's still a comfortable living. It would be ideal if a servant's position opens up at Lord Balkan's, as I hear he pays his workers quite well. They can keep their things. I don't need that vase, perhaps, from this lord either. So there's a secret somewhere here. Pretty sure this little outline is it. A small indentation. There must be a switch or a button that opens it. The note about 2 guards is interesting. We haven't heard anyone walking around. Oh, it's right here, Tim. This is a letter notifying you that we have successfully completed the installation of your brand new Vault Tech security safe. With our patented 2-hard 2-pick technology, we are able to guarantee the safety and security of any valuables locked inside. Enclosed with this letter is your access key. For your security, we only ever produce 1 copy, so please store it wisely. Kind regards, Desmond Laris, Inventors Guild. A peculiar looking key. I don't know if we really should take what's in it, but I guess since we're here, we'll take a look at what's inside. And we can't push it back to make it look like we weren't here.
Too lazy. That's the problem. Doesn't anyone do an honest... Do you ever get the feeling that someone's watching us?
Nah, I don't really like to think about all that pagan-y sort of stuff.
It's nothing to do with the pagans. It's called instinct. You know, like a gut feeling.
Yeah, well, I don't really follow my gut feeling anymore.
Why not?
When I used to work for Lord Gordon, I was following my gut instinct all the way down to the wine cellar. And, well, let's just say I'm not welcome back on that estate anymore.
Part of you thought you were going to get away with drinking from the Lord's personal stash.
Well, I knew it was wrong, but after my first bottle, it sort of washed away any guilt I had. The more I drank, the better I felt about it, so it's a vicious cycle, you know.
And what brilliant excuse did you tell the captain when he caught you?
I told him I was the chef, just doing some taste testing.
The chef who wears guards' clothes, huh? Oh, I swear, the only bloody thing between your ears is your nose.
What does that mean?
Never mind. Just stay away from the ale on duty here, especially the Lord's secret stash.
Well, we're kind of all in now. I don't know where he patrols, so let's shut that and listen for a bit. He can't get in here with me leaning against the door, so if he does patrol in here, we'll have a chance to react a little. So he walks into that room and then does some sort of patrol out there as well. Oh, that's interesting. They both look like they take each other's patrols. We're probably going to want to knock out that corner light. Okay, we can wait here for both the guards to do their patrols. Hey, we've seen this before in the Amnesia game. What's that? Oh, just a rope or something for the tapestry. There's no keys on these guards. That means we're going to have to lockpick the doors. I think that guard represents the beginning of the two people patrolling. So we'll wait here for the other guard to leave, and then we'll try our hand at this. We could put out another light, but then I'm down to one water arrow. Oh. Okay, we can't lockpick these doors. There's a key somewhere we'll need first. So this means we're waiting for both guards again. Yeah, we have to wait. If you'll pardon the expression, we've kind of painted ourselves into a corner here with when we can actually move away from this place. We'll have to follow this guard out and hope the other guard isn't back from his patrol.
Too lazy, that's the problem. Doesn't anyone do an honest day's work anymore?
Gonna be really tight. But when he goes there, we're gonna have to make a move on that door. We won't have too much time to do it. That's interesting. A little flap here, like this can be opened. No levers or buttons in the water. Might be just be some geometry that's messed up or something. I don't really want to disturb the lady as she takes her bath. I don't think we're going to have a choice if we want a key. She's there. She's naked. We're not that type of Let's Play channel. She can enjoy herself there without us needing to look in. Now, the really hard part. Timing this. I don't know. Okay. So we need to move now. He stands right in the corner, so we can't hide in that corner when he's on his way back. So when that guard begins walking down that passage, we'll do the same. Sorry, we'll walk down towards the bedroom, which I'm guessing is what the double doors represent. Elizabeth, my darling, I have gone out for the night to clear my head. Do not wait up for me, as I won't return until late. I apologize for my strange and absent behavior of recent. I want to explain everything to you, but the timing needs to be right. I assure you, I have been faithful. Tomorrow evening I will take you to that little park where we first met, and there I will tell you everything. Love, Griswold. What do you think, werewolf? For some reason, that's in my head. I don't know why, but I think he's not a human. Or what's it called? I can never pronounce the disease name. Lanthropy? Do I take everything from these people? I don't really want to. Before I begin looting all this, let's look at the safe. The last time I was in a room like this, the safe was behind the painting like that. Let's see if that's the case this time. 2. World Adventures. This book is a collection of observations and notes I have taken during my travels around the world. I've tried to detail as much factual information and history as possible about each village, town, road, and river. I found that most locals were very excited to share history about their town. This gave me a deeper insight to the town from the perspective of a local. We usually discussed folklore and other common stories that were told. When combining these stories with my own experiences, I was able to weed out what was true from what was myth. However, if a tale was interesting enough, I have included it for your interest as well. Braden, a town north of Bridgeport. It's smaller than Bridgeport, but still large enough that a visitor can go unnoticed. Braden must frequently defend itself from raids by barbarian tribes from the northern mountains. The watch is stretched thin and will usually look the other way for a fee. Recently, the Inquisition has come to Braden, and they have become quite overzealous. Knights of the Hammer now guard the city from raiders. Oh, maybe that's because of the assassination we did on the bishop. That was in Santa Lata. We can pretend it's in the same city. Flakebridge? Flakebridge Monastery was built more than 200 years ago next to the village of Flakebridge. Overlooking both the road and river leading to the once wealthy region around Lake Coulter, the outpost soon flourished from tariffs and donations. Like many other builder outposts, Flakebridge Monastery offered travelers a safe haven on their travels, provided they could pay for it. Little is known about what has happened there recently, but anyone who has gone near has not been heard from again. The few travelers that still need to get through choose the long way around through pagan-infested lands. Glenham. Glenham is a small mining town northeast of Brandon. The town resides at the base of a mountain, its west side surrounded by vast Glenham moors, which are notorious for their occasional mists. All travelers are recommended to stay on the road to avoid getting lost during the mists. The mountain to the east contains vast mining tunnels, which produce iron, copper, and small amounts of precious metals from the ever-burning forges of Brandon and Bridgeport. Near the town, deep in the moors, stands Glenham Tower. This was once one of the most magnificent buildings there. The tower has been long abandoned and is still attracting adventurers. The roads around Glenham are generally safe, but occasional bandit raids are possible, launched from the hidden layers in the mountains. Lunarium, also known as the City of the Spires, because of the 5 towering spires that are its main landmarks. There are 4 huge towers at the outer edge of the city, while a 5th, the most massive one, stands at the city's center. The 4 spires field magical light directly into the 5th one. Lunarium lies 5,000 leagues east of Bridgeport, and is home to many people who come here due to the magical healing properties in the air surrounding the spires. However, getting too close to any of these spires has been noted to be dangerous, as it can supposedly end in a person disappearing in a puff of greasy smoke. Waterford Island. An island sparingly covered with shrubs and palm groves, the place has something of a pirate history, being a common hideout of theirs in the past. Nowadays, the island is best known as the location of Briarwood Cathedral. You know, I was assuming the safe was actually in the bedroom. It might not be. It's probably secreted here somewhere. Oh, you know, I was wondering what was making that noise. I thought it was something underneath the floor, though. Well, she'll probably be in the shower a long time. It's been ages since Liz lived with me, but she loved taking really long hot showers. I'm assuming the other girls I've known who I've been around, when they take showers, they all like taking really long hot showers. So I'm assuming she'll do the same. I don't see a chest, a secret lockbox, but it wouldn't be a secret if I could see it. Okay. I'd like to find that before I call the session. And for some reason, I just think it's here. Somewhere. Oh, hello. What do you open?
That sounded like it came from the next room.
It wasn't this room that it came from. Unless it shut immediately as well. It sounded like it came from outside this room. Yes, it's outside this room. Oh, it's going to be tough with the guards. Okay, but that means there's probably no locked secret chest in this room. So let's see what I want to steal. How much money do I have? We're not quite halfway there. When my house was burglarized some time ago, the thieves were very specific about what they took. Most of the house wasn't even gone through. They just took the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Wii, and my laptop, my desktop computer. Everything else was left intact. They probably got in, made a quick raid, knew exactly where everything was that they wanted, or walked through the house very quickly to see it, and then took it, and then left, without rampaging through the house. So I think we'll do something similar. We'll take one more thing from this room. It'll unfortunately have to be the necklace, because it's probably the most expensive thing. Okay, now. There's no hope for it. We're going to have to open that. Since we have to open it, we'll put out that candle to give us a little more darkness to work with. Oh wow, I couldn't have hoped for a better opportunity than that. That's perfect. The guards arguably might not see this in the dark, and now that room is shut again. And the guards won't see me here either. Does that actually unlock it? Oh, okay. We can interact with it. I don't want to take it. But we could. I can't drop it if I do so, though. I'm just going to reload the quick save, and we're not going to take that thing. Oh, I can't shut this again. Do I take the rest of that? We'll leave 2 bottles. So, I wasn't quite right. Griswold isn't a, he's not a Lanthrope, he's an alien. I haven't checked the fountain. Whatever's in there just going to have to stay there. Nothing. Okay. No water arrows. Oh, come on. Alright everyone, and we'll stop here. Thank you for watching. We'll pick up with more of the Accountant 2 in the next one. Take care everyone, and thanks for watching.